Hey, welcome to Cow-Free Kicks. On this channel I review leather-free sneakers only, and this video is all about the Nike Air Max Flyknit Racer. Welcome to the channel. If you've not seen one of my videos before, I always look into 5 different categories. I want to review a pair of sneakers, then at the end of the video I will give these Nike Air Max Flyknit Racers an overall rating out of 5 stars. As always, if you want to show a little bit of extra support and you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to click the little thumbs up like button below on your device, and whilst you're down there you can also take the time to subscribe to the channel. So let's kick this review off of these Nike Air Max Flyknit Racers by first checking them out on feet. First thing you'll notice about these Nike Air Max Flyknit Racers is these ones come in an incredibly bold colourway. Now there are 2 other colourways that have been released at the moment if you don't fancy going with something so bold, but I do really like this multicoloured look, and if you've noticed from the video, they are individual knits on each shoe, so each shoe when you receive them will have slightly different colour grading on both the left and the right foot, but I do love the individuality that you get with these Flyknit uppers that Nike have produced. Now they are part of Nike's Move to Zero campaign, which means that they actually come in a blank recycled cardboard box that you can see over my right shoulder. That reduces 90% of the waste that Nike normally use when they send 2 boxes with your shoes. So there's no other box that comes with it, just this unmarked recycled box here with your address on. That's it. So possibly time to say goodbye to those orange and red Nike boxes that we love so much, but when it's helping the environment, who can argue with that? And this shoe has 20% of its materials that have been used recycled as well. On the outsole for the sneaker, you do get some very small speckles, which means that the outsole for the shoe may be partially recycled, but most of those materials are going to be recycled in the Flyknit upper that you get with these, which is very soft to the touch and very open weave. I do really like it. You've got kind of a bobbled effect that goes from the heel to the mid, and then it softens out into kind of a plain tighter knit towards the toe area. That's obviously more for stability than anything else. With the shoe as well, you're getting some synthetic accents around the lace loops here and also around the heel unit just to add a bit more stability. The midsole for the sneaker is the Nike Pre-Day midsole. So what you get is you get this pre-day air cushioning window that's exposed at the back of the shoe, which I really like, and it comes with this springy detailing, so when you wear these, when we talk about this more in the comfort section, you do get a really nice elevated spring on the back of your foot. It comes with an unnamed foam making up the rest of the midsole, and then like we've mentioned, you've got this waffle cut on the outsole, and you can see there some of the exposed detailing for this Air Max window goes right through the outsole of the shoe. Overall, looks wise, I think they do look good. For me, they look a little bit too narrow when they're on your feet, but that is the racer look. The racer look is that they are very low profile on your feet. So if you do want something that's a bit more bigger and bolder, especially when you're looking down on them, they do make your feet look quite narrow. If you do have quite large feet, they may end up looking a bit canoe-like. But let's talk more about the comfort that they offer with this dual midsole system now when I test them out on my back doorstep. As well as this bold Flyknit upper, the midsole for this shoe is its other main feature, and comfort-wise, it does offer really nice comfort from heel to toe. What you're getting, as you can see in the step test, is really nice, squishy, responsive bounce back from this unnamed foam mid that makes up the midfoot and the toe of the shoe. And then as you move towards the heel of the shoe, you get this large and very well cushioned Air Max system. It has this springy effect to it as well with the way that the outsole rides up towards the back. It does feel very soft, especially towards the heel of the shoe. It does die down a little bit towards the midfoot and the toe, but that's only because you can't get that same cushion from the Air Max system all the way through, because it does stop at the middle of the foot. Obviously you can see that for yourselves there. But underneath your foot, there does feel like sometimes there is quite an unnatural break. If you do step on something that lands in the middle of the foot here, just where this Air Max window finishes, and just before the foam cushioning starts, when I was doing the step test, there's definitely an area in the shoe that's kind of void. So when I was walking around as well and I stepped on a few stones, it did feel a little bit weird. It does take up that cushioning, but it does feel a bit odd when you're walking around in them. Now on top of your feet, this Flyknit is incredibly soft and comfortable. It does though mean that these shoes come up large for me because there's no other padding on the upper of the shoe other than the Flyknit. There's a very, very small amount of padding on the inside of your heel. There's kind of on the other side of this synthetic leather outer that you get on the heel cap, but other than that there's additionally nothing else on this shoe other than the Flyknit. Now Nike advised me to go half a size up with these, but I would definitely advise going half a size down because lengthwise they definitely came up too big, and also there's no real elasticity around the foot opening on the top of the shoe, and the tongue is a little bit flappy and loose around the foot as well, so I would definitely go half a size down just to make all that a little bit tighter when you are wearing these on your feet. But other than that, I do think they offer a really nice comfortable ride underneath and on top of your feet. Now let's move on to their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales. So barring this synthetic leather accent detailing around the laces and also around the heel cap for the shoe, the upper is primarily made from this all-in-one Flyknit upper. So I was expecting these to come in less than 362 grams. But then you can see the amount of materials that's been used in this midsole, especially towards the rear where you've got this exposed Air Max unit that really has increased the weight in these. Now, I consider anything around the 350 gram mark and lower to be considered lightweight. So they are in that region, but they are surprisingly heavier than I would have expected. And they are being sold as an incredibly lightweight shoe. Don't get me wrong, they are lightweight, but they're definitely not around the 300 gram mark and lower, which is what I would expect to be an incredibly lightweight shoe. So just bear that in mind. If you are buying these and expect them to be incredibly lightweight, I would say they are lightweight, but not as lightweight as you might expect. Now moving on to their breathability, where I'm going to pump this Flyknit upper full of smoke to see how breathable they are. Amazing result breathability wise. How open and exposed this Flyknit is, you could really see that with the smoke. It came out so quickly and in large amounts, and also this offers 360 breathability, which is quite rare because this knit goes all the way around the top, all the way around the heel, and all the way back around to the other side of the shoe. So you are getting 360 breathability that you don't normally find with a pair of sneakers. But beware, these are definitely a spring summer shoe. If there's any hint of rain at all, your feet are going to get absolutely soaked. So I would not recommend buying these in autumn, winter months. And if you are going to buy them as a running shoe or a workout shoe, definitely make sure that's indoors rather than outdoors in those autumn, winter months. Now moving on to their price. Now these cost me £145. Now everything in the world is going up in price. So it's difficult to say these days what is a good price and what is a bad price. But I do think these come in a little bit too pricey, especially the fact that there's not actually that many materials that have been used on this shoe other than this Flyknit. Now, it might be more technical and might be more difficult to engineer when they are designing and making these shoes, but I do think that price is a little bit high for me. Not too high, and obviously you can make your mind up when you get these shoes if you think you've paid over the odds, but I personally think I have. And that's going to move me on to the overall score for these Nike Air Max Flyknit Racers, and that is going to be 4 stars. I can't give them the full 5 because I do think they are slightly overpriced. Looks wise, I do think they're a bit too narrow looking for me. Yes, I do like the pointed racer look, but these are very, you can see how flat and narrow and low profile these are. I do like a little bit more shape to my shoes. And also comfort wise, I do think they offer a really, really nice amount of comfort, but I've just got a little bit of an issue with this gap in the midsole and how that felt when I was walking around in it. And also, weight-wise, I do think they could have been made lighter, but it's still come in at a very nice weight. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up before you go. Drop any comments, follow me on Instagram if you want, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.